you get hard mode.
Riela.
If you don't get any, you get easy mode, and if you've got like a sort of a balance of them versus like super wars points, you get normal mode.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and a lot of those require speed, and so it's very difficult to sort of get those kills and levels up on your battleship commanders that way. Whereas in Super Robot Wars V, it's just like the game accumulates tactical points for destroying stuff and things like that, and you can just use that collection of points to buy hit and run for your battleship commander in the first place. Although quite a few of them start with hit and run anyway, so it's not a problem.
The mechanic of hit and run honestly reminded me of Devil Survivor, because there's a number of demons with animal leg that basically allow you to move, attack, and then you get to move again, which is outrageously helpful because it allows you to keep tight formation, so one person can't be focus fired down. Somebody finally brings out Riela's weird coloration. Anyway, but back to what I was saying. I remember that like I found that so incredibly useful that I got really frustrated when I got to a point in the game where I couldn't get a decent demon that had animal leg in there, and that was actually what caused me to just lose interest in the game, because it was just like, I'm not going to screw around with manipulating RNG and manipulating all of this nonsense when I can't just get the tactical considerations that I want. It's like, I was very mature about it.
Let's talk about Vermintide. Let's not, actually. I'm just bringing that because it's the same
Well,
deal.
I mean, I can be very mature about that as well. I can blow bigger raspberries.
Not as big as mine.
You can blow
very proud
the
of that,
largest
apparently.
of raspberries.
Also, yes, the movie The Mist, also the book The Mist, now has a show The Mist. I'm actually kind of interested to see what they do with it, because The Mist itself is almost old hat at this point, and the movie only really lives on because it has a ending that is so incredibly good that Stephen King sought out the director for the movie The Mist and said, "Holy crap, dude, that was way better than my book. How did you come up with that?" And
that is a fucking dark ending. Holy shit.
Oh, and it was so good. It made so much sense. It hit you so hard, right in the kidneys.
It sort of really just captured the flaw of it captured the flaw of the rational, intelligent way of trying to survive things, because the rest of the movie is full of the bits where they the people who are irrational, they turn to vengeance, they turn to God, etc., etc. And so you get the general idea that the rational, intelligent, logical people are the only ones who are going to hold it together and survive. But it's just like, in a survival situation, the only way you ever really get through it is if everybody pulls together. So these guys who decide to fuck off on their own, they suffer as exactly the same sort of a bad end that anybody else does. In fact, we're probably like leaving away from the people who could have saved them the entire time.
That actually was part of the ending. Damn it! I can't talk about this without spoiling it. I will remind me, and I'll talk to you about it off stream, because it's so good. I really don't want to deprive anybody at this moment.
Gloria, just drop more, hints.
Yeah, drop more sass bombs.
Well, also.
No, guys, just talk. She wants to just get prostitute our resident half Valkyria.
Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha. That does explain her coloration, though, if she's only half Valkyr.
Well, I don't think she's half Valkyr. I was just saying that.
It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as you have a mysterious body, you can be whatever you want.
Gross.
Helen, you ought to be a high-class prostitute.
You make all sorts of money for one evening. And Riela's just
she
like,
doesn't
oh
talk
God,
like that.
Why am I having this conversation? Oh, shut it, Granny.
She's got this earnest obliviousness.
Yeah, and
oh my God.
Julio is just like,
oh
stop,
my God.
Stop.
Julia, go get the tank. Turn
oh!
Alphonse saves the day.
Saves the day.
Alphonse is just
to the rescue.
He just knows. It's like, fucking Granny's up to something. Just kicks the door in.
So let's talk about old JRPGs that do everything they can to piss you off. You guys have any ideas on this one? I can't come up with some off the top of my head, but give me a few minutes, I will have something. Actually, you know what? Wait, Phantasy Star.
Is Quest 64 really bad? I've never played it.
No, hold on. Phantasy Star 1, the original. Don't ever play that. Let's just be real here. Phantasy Star 2 is a good game, but it still has all of those. Like, what was it with Japanese games back in the day where there's.
Ready.
Fuck you. Like, what was it with Japanese games back in the day where you have, like, all these insurmountably bullshit mazes that kill you instantly all the time, and there's no way to tell where you're going. It's just all looks the same, like, and then they're so long. Why did they do that? Why? They actually re-released Phantasy Star 1 and 2 on the PS2. Naturally, it's only in Japan. It's probably translated by now, but who knows?
Final Fantasy 2 is really weird. I tried playing that once, and I was just like,
Isn't it the same
I'm not
thing?
really getting into this.
Isn't it the same thing as FF1, though? Like,
No, because in Final Fantasy 2, the Japanese 2, yeah, basically you've got proficiencies in all the stuff you do, so you have to actually like sort of use magic or use your swords to get more proficiency in using those things, basically. So it's a lot. I think I definitely say it's a bit more grindy in that regard. I just couldn't get into it. Like the story, I couldn't get into the yeah. I just really no. Just nah, couldn't get into it. Then again, I'm just gonna like admit that like with pretty much like almost every single Final Fantasy game that isn't an MMO.
Whoa.
I've got.
Whoa, Jay Saru, tell me more.
No, Blin, we're not. We're just talking about video games. We're just talking about video games. We're not recording for an episode. Like, if something really funny happens, like, it'll probably get clipped without context and put on, but, you know, whatever.
Without context, excuse me? I get all the context.
It's always context.
I even get more than I bargained for because Twitch adds 20 seconds to each, to, like, the videos that I make, so...
Gasp.
Like, I'll make 1 minute 20 seconds, and then I'll have 1 minute 40 because Twitch is stupid. And then it ruins the.
You have to get hit. You have to hit people and get hit in order to like, basically like level up your proficiencies for getting hit in the face, etc. It's really stupid. But like every single like pretty much there's only one Final Fantasy game I've ever actually finished. There's a lot I've gotten right up to about the last boss, and then just going fuck it, can't be bothered, and like quit. But the only Final Fantasy I've ever that's not an MMO that I've ever like gone all the way through everything. All the secret content, etc., and finished was Final Fantasy X. That's it. It's the only one.
I was going to yell at you for not finishing 6, but by the same token, I really understand how people can lose interest after they get the Falcon and everything opens up. It's really difficult to find your feet for a while after you get the Falcon.
Yeah. Just like it was actually when I get to the Ruined World, I just sort of went, just stop. I would get further and further every time I would play it, and then just like give up, delete it, come back to it later, reinstall it, try again. But yeah, I just couldn't get into Final Fantasy VI. But like, Final Fantasy X is my favorite.
The mooks are getting smart. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
Isn't mook the best word ever?
Like, yeah, it is really.
It's like you know God Hand, right, from Capcom. It's just like they have a weapon in there. It's basically the Mook Club from Fist of the North Star.
I'm glad you liked it, Blimlin. Thank you for your kind words.
Uh-huh.
Also, these are the best broths I've made in quite a while. I'm really glad I still had some good ingredients left over because Julio put me in the mood for some good food.
Yeah, the only Final Fantasies I haven't played are 9. Right? I think it's 9 and I think 12 I haven't played. Plus I haven't played like the spin-off ones, like so I haven't played Final Fantasy X2 or Final Fantasy 13's like 2 sequels. Like you know, I haven't played either of those either, but I've played pretty much every single other one.
Oh goodness. Yeah, 9's biggest thing that it does right is it gets off to a running frickin' start. There's a number of Final Fantasy games that really take a while to get heated up.
10. 10 is
10,
definitely one
yeah,
of those ones.
10 is definitely on the list of those. 8 is also on the list of those. Thinking about it,
Let's
but
not talk about 8 or 10.
but
10's good. Fuck you.
No, it's not.
7
No, 10 is an excellent game. 10 is an excellent Final Fantasy game.
The only problem that I have with 10 is its balance. Like, I never finish it because I just did a forward march. I just went straight forward. I didn't stop for pretty much anything. And by the time I got to the Calm Lands and Defender X, I just kept getting my shit pushed in. And I went to Game FAQs, and they're just like, okay, so basically this guy's gimmick is you need Titus to hit him with Provoke, and everybody else to nuke the crap out of him. Well, the problem being, I was so underleveled that Titus would just get one-rounded by Defender X, and I was just like, okay, so is there an alternate strategy? And everybody, I asked this on every forum I can think of, but everybody's like, no, I have no idea how you got as far as you did with the levels that you're reporting. I'm just like, fuck.
Oh wait, they get the first turn.
That is one of the worst.
God damn
That is
it.
one of the worst feelings. But Final Fantasy X is really good. The battle system is really interesting. It solves a lot of the flaws that the series has with like how you can get.
You don't
into a
even
fight.
get to
It's
really
like,
do anything until like you get the airship, and then there's nothing left to do in the game at all. It's just a corridor. There's no
What,
like
in
side
10?
stuff to really do.
10.
Yes.
Are you thinking of 13? Because 10's not that much of a corridor at all. I
Yes,
mean,
it is.
Not really. I mean, there's
You've
point
got
A
the-
to point B for a
Yeah,
for a lot
it's a
of stuff,
linear
but
route
there's-
through the whole world to get to, the pilgrimage thing, which, yes, I guess is consistent, but there's nothing to do in the meantime, really. And, like, the minigame is... Blitzball's stupid. The sphere grid is really dumb.
All right.
There's
Blitzball
no-
is
the
fine.
grinding-
The only problem
It's
was
fine.
that there was too much of it. I mean, to actually win
I
at
mean-
Blitzball, you had to play it for like a million years.
You didn't really. I mean, I got like the only thing you really need to do Blitzball for is Waka's legendary weapon.
Yeah,
And, I did that.
Waka,
That's all I did for my brother.
he's basically the best character in that game, aside from his horrible comment about Happy Festival fireworks.
Waka is a fucking idiot.
Well, I also like how he has the
Started
best.
a
He's got the
fucking-
best weapons, though. Like he can throw this freaking sports ball at at Sin on the
he's
deck of an
really-
airship and catch it, and then also like you can get a blitz ball that turns things to stone. Yeah, fabled weapon of legend, no doubt.
Like, I still don't understand. Like, to be fair though, this you go from point A to point B thing. Like, the entire concept of the story is that it's a pilgrimage, and you're seeing the events along the way that sort of help explain the story of why this pilgrimage is necessary, etc., etc. Like, in terms of storytelling, the gameplay is spot on, and it's not like there's not really a huge amount of like things in any Final Fantasy game where you really go off the beaten track that often. Like, you think about Final Fantasy VII, how often do you go off the beaten track for anything that's actually like relevant off the beaten track? There's like Wutai, and that
that's
like on
pretty
the
much
spawn, and that's it. And like Final Fantasy VII is a good Final Fantasy.
Oh, no.
No,
The thing that was bad about Final Fantasy VII is its translation and its fandom. You can't hold the game responsible for the latter, and the former.
I'm not doing
okay,
either of
fair
this. It's
cop,
just
but
not
it's
a good
hilarious. I mean, it's like saying that Portal was bad because we all got really fucking sick of hearing the cake is a lie. Portal was a great game. Portal 2 is just as good, if not better. And
You are just trolling at this point.
horseshit, man.
You are absolutely trolling at this point.
Portal 2 was great.
Oh my
Portal
god,
2 was great
you
fun.
are like a black hole for taste, Loon. Holy shit.
You really are. Like this. I get the feeling.
No good opinions can be seen. Like,
Honestly, I feel Robokai. I feel like we've abruptly started streaming Undertale, and we've walked into the bad opinion zone.
Oh, don't even. I will end this call if you start saying good things about Undertale.
Undertale was great.
Oh no! Shit. Good night, everybody.
The biggest thing that you can hate about Undertale, and this is a totally fair cop, is its fandom. Its fandom is toxic and awful. But the game itself is great fun.
But yeah, Final Fantasy X is pretty good. It's a lot better. I haven't played X2. I'm told X2 is one of the ones that has pretty great gameplay, but at the same time it's like really just weird and Japanesey. So I own it. Like I've got to finish playing 10 on the PC at some point. I haven't like touched it in a while, but I'm getting close to the end. Like so I'll probably finish that and then I'll try X2.
Yeah, 10-2. I remember the first time I ever played it. It was when I was a sophomore in college, and the guy I was rooming with bought it. And the way he summed it up was, it's a good game, but it has a tendency to make you feel really embarrassed for playing it in the first place. And that is really, to this day, the best sum up I've ever heard.
I just want to say I'm going to admit when I'm someone who always tries to find the absolute best in a lot of things. I can tell you why Gundam Wing is actually a good Gundam series. Most people will say to you, "No, Gundam Wing is terrible. No, like Riela is annoying, and all these other characters do stupid shit." And I'm like, well, I can sit down and I can explain why. I've actually successfully managed to convince people that Gundam Wing isn't really as bad as they think it is. I'm still waiting for my trophy for having achieved that multiple times in my life, but you know.
They need to give you one. I remember that one time that the Dark Id did the Nier Let's Play and basically bragged at Taro Yoko that he made a whole bunch of people fall in love with his game, and Taro Yoko got back to him like 2 weeks later and sent him a trophy for being an ambassador to the West.
Yes. Oh fuck! I love that troll.
Oh my god, that was so good. Everything about that was amazing. I don't know how anybody can hate that.
Yeah.
Oh man, Julio, you made me cook a good meal, but now I'm a lot happier than I was 20 minutes ago.
Gundam Wing is not a straight-laced war story. It is a story about what the fuck are you supposed to do when you lose your very purpose, but you've still got the means to fight, but the reason you fight has been taken from you. That's pretty much how it goes repeatedly, and it does that not just to the main characters, but it does that to side characters. It does that to the villains. It's just. Everything is turned on its head constantly, and people are forced to react to these drastic changes in things.
What I'm hearing is that it's the catch-22 of anime.
And anyone who hates on Riela just forgets that one thing where she's basically kidnapped by the Oz and the Rockefeller Foundation, and they take her to this fancy ball just after her father has been her adoptive father has been assassinated, and someone introduces her to the woman who was responsible for his death. She's aware. She actually almost accidentally prevented the assassination of her father, and then watched the actual assassination occur as a result of it. And Riela just pulls out a gun and tries to shoot her. It's everyone goes, Riela's boring. She nearly fucking murks one of the villains.
And the only thing that I hated in that explanation you just gave was the word nearly.
Yeah. Oh no, Riela is fantastic. It's great. I honestly am a little surprised there are people who haven't seen Gundam Wing. Because it was basically one of the first Gundam series to ever get dubbed and put on commercial television. Well, not commercial television, it's pay TV.
Also, by the way, here's another casual spoiler: Aerith dies in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh my god!
I remember when remake discussions were coming up on arcade, the the Stack Overflow-ish website for gaming.
Everyone's like, will we be able to save it this time? It's like, let it go, guys. It's been decades.
Like somebody did, and they got penalized for it, and like a huge argument erupted in the meta about, look, this was not a fucking spoiler, seriously. I forget how it ended because like I don't actually post there very much because I don't know, the community there is a little bit strange, and I don't really feel like I fit in, but it was definitely my favorite. I don't know what kind of war to call it. It wasn't really a flame war. It wasn't really an edit war. You know, but it was definitely a very angry war of words on the internet.
Poor Glimlin. Don't anybody tell him that Snape kills Dumbledore because I heard he's gonna be sitting down and having a read of Harry Potter next week.
Man, I really liked the first couple of those books, and then they started getting up to 1,000 pages and doing the same thing 4 times over, and I was like, done!
Like, also Relina is fantastic, because every time someone kidnaps her and like floats, haha, I have kidnapped her, she just gives them this look like, would you just fucking shut up? She doesn't even care. Like there's the Gundam Wing attack, like Endless Waltz thing, they're like, we've got you at gunpoint, etc, etc. She's like, I don't really fucking care, whatever. We all know how this is going to end, and it's going to involve a giant winged Gundam blowing everything up, and sure enough,
I'm going to be fine, and you're going to be ashes, so... Can we just skip ahead a little?
She's great. Like even when like the main character is like, I'll kill you, and it's like which is kind of like if you keep trying to stay near me, you're going to die. She's like, I don't care. Let me get killed by being near you. I don't give a fuck. Let's just have this crazy ride. And Hero's like, God damn, girl, you crazy.
Damn, nature, you scary! Also that girl. Also this dog. Oh, I just linked a Giphy in the chat because I wanted to.
If that's your dog, I'm definitely not clicking that.
No, it's not Chip. I think you're the one who sent it to me. It's the animal hospital one where the golden retriever just sort of finds his way out over the course of 3 hours.
Oh, I sent you that, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you sent that one to me.
Yeah, that was interesting. I kind of wish I knew what happened to the dog after that.
I mean, he probably just wandered home, honestly.
Heroic.
He's clearly wearing a collar in the first one, so, I mean, he's on his way home.
I need to see something.
See, that's impressive dogging right there. I don't even... He just figures his way out. Holy
He's
shit.
just like, whatever. He's got all night. He doesn't give a shit. Door in my way, no big deal. I'll just bite the handle and open the door up, slip right through, no big deal.
There he goes, out the door. That would have tripped so many alarms, too.
You would think. I mean, the fact that that nothing was locked is honestly a big enough deal. I think.
Some doors when open from the inside do immediately disengage the lock for safety reasons, I think.
True story. Yeah, he just sort of waltzes right on out.
Hey, how's the anime World War II going? Because I'm just watching this dog.
Well, it's time to get back to the plot. It's Clammy. It's Clammy Raven.
Clammy Raven.
Oh, it's Clammy Ravens. Oh no.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've fought them, so it's time to get back to the regularly scheduled anime World War II.
Zig, move, zig, move, zig, move, zig, for great justice, take off every zig. God, speaking of Flash animations.
Nope, not doing that. That's a trap. Oh, wait a second. I'm pretty sure they get the first turn on this one, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, well, you said that Calamity Raven do tend to get the drop on us, and it is an ambush, so I would be surprised.
Well, not all the
I'm going to
time.
ambush you.
Not all the time. It's just they don't tell you that, and then put all your people on the field and then they die and then I get pissed off?
Just deploy.
No, because if they take those camps, I lose and they're gonna start right around them. So yeah.
Dude, I was going to say deploy. What's his name? The gunner.
I only have one. Fuck that.
And
I have shock troopers.
I mean,
they'll attack out of his range anyway, and plus he can't counter.
I mean, he's got great interception fire. They're gonna have to deal with him if they want to take the
range 180.
camp.
Let's see, scouts. Scouts generally have 200, so he'll be outranged like all the time.
Oh, Jay Saru, dogs like that handle being outside just fine. You know, I mean, unless it's cold, raining, otherwise hostile weather. Dogs actually handle exposure a hell of a lot better than humans.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
point
no,
out
the
like
music's definitely
the GIF there doesn't show him actually like opening a car door, hot wiring the car, and driving home. Don't worry about it.
That's probably how that story ended. How awesome that dog is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Med tank A get mortared. Yeah. Oh no, not that fucker. Oh, Fencer tried to move in and he gets owned. Med tank fires. Shock trooper moves up. Scout moves over. Ow. Shoots shock trooper in the back because he's an asshole. Scout trooper dodges. Heavy. Oh, Kovua the. Wait, what? Oh yeah, there's an ace. Kovua the Slim. But he's not really slim. He's that heavy armor looking motherfucker.
Well, it's an ironic nickname then. That's fine.
It's like calling a fat guy tiny.
That's just mean. Picking on somebody for their weight like that.
It's like calling a fat guy tiny.
It's ironic. Yeah, I was gonna say that looks.
It's like calling
I see
Logan
four
a Bogan.
dudes over there, including a tank. That is prime open fire.
Yeah, but one of them's in the tower. That's kind of an issue.
One of
Geometry
them's in
and
the
weapons.
what now?
But Raven, are you like a non sequitur robot?
It just went through him.
Like, he just jumps from topic to topic. He's like a frog on lily pads.
Frog on lily pads. That is beautiful. That's a beautiful analogy. Also, hold the phone real quick. I think my dog is done yelling at foxes. Ah.
Can't believe some of these guys survived because PlayStation
Geometry.
portable hitboxes. How terrible.
Yeah, hitboxes are kind of weird in this game.
Does it get JSO? Does the beatings will continue until morale improves? Get to you in a good way or in a bad way?
Well, that was basically how the early game worked in Civ 4. Just whip everybody to get the catapults out, and then morale improves because you murder more people than get mad at your whipping.
Oh dear. Why would you bring a whip for whipping?
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Oh dear.
Damn.
This guy also down in the grass as well. It's
Wow.
just like, hey everybody! Oh shit! Like, we're in trouble again!
I mean, I was really not expecting to see him there, and I expected he was not. He was hoping that there wouldn't be a fucking flamethrower tank showing up.
Yeah, toast a couple of guys, build a bridge, get over it.
I didn't want to get shot. I was a little
Quite
worried.
so.
Okay, I'm not playing this fucking game. Stop.
He quits forever.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
those guys have cheap ass evasion stats, so I'm not fucking with it right
Wow.
now. I'm really
He
not.
just basically does a power squat.
No, he raises his shield up. That's the evasion stance.
Is that what it was?
That's
It
evasion.
looked like he just did
It's
a power
evasion.
squat and head fake surge. That's what it looked like to me.
Poor Surge. He's already dying hard enough to
Oh,
like
wow,
miss
that
that
was
guy.
lucky.
It's just like fatal.
I'm not gonna touch that tank.
I just love the response to that is not fuck it, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I mean,
Fuck this
I
shit,
don't
USA.
blame you on that, by the way, Loon. That looks pretty obnoxious.
Perfectly.
That's why we're not
acceptable
playing extra
response.
missions on screen.
I mean,
They're so
yeah,
fucking
I mean,
cheap.
if it's
They're
just
so
gonna
unfair.
cause you
I'm
to
sorry.
melt down,
Yes, it is.
I'm fine with skipping them, honestly. I think it's pretty
Loon,
cool.
the incredible World War II anime wax man. Ah, yes, I remember that guy. Whatever.
Charge!
Like, I don't know what's spikier, the stupid bandana around his neck or the stupid haircut.
Oh, guess what? I just hit him, so screw him.
Okay, so
I'm not
there's your
leaving.
strength.
I'm not leaving Imka on the field though. So.
Blimlin, are you referring to us, the commentators, or what? Because we're all at different time zones.
He just
Yeah,
teleported.
like they're still on Tuesday. I'm in the middle of the day on Wednesday.
All right, where'd he go? He just teleported to another field.
They're actually taking space from you.
Well, yeah, it's because I didn't have anyone there.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just
Oh, whoa,
usually-
whoa,
usually that doesn't
whoa!
happen.
That's Fuck City over there.
I'm sure it's fine.
Ah, man, that's
Wow.
that's a juicy target right there. I gotta say.
Loon, you're what? East Coast? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Loon is East Coast. That's going to be GMT -5. I am in Kansas City, which makes me GMT -6.
Rip.
And Robokai
Rip.
is in New South Wales, Australia, which makes him GMT +10, if my memory serves me correctly.
100% correct. Yes.
There you go.
Damn, Serge, you a killer.
That was ice cold.
Damn, Serge, you a killer again.
That's why you don't teleport around the field. You never know where the snipers might be.
The teleported on a flag, walk up and shoot you.
Yeah,
Sure.
you gotta watch out for the snipers, man. Bad news. I warned you about snipers, man. I warned you.
Smugly, the way you say that so smugly reminds me of how I would infuriate all of the sniper assholes in Battlefield games. I would go up and just like shoot them in the back of the head, and when they yelled at me, I would just say, "Dude, you gotta watch for counter snipers. I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, counter snipers.
Just pretend like they got plugged by some dude on the other side of the map. Which obviously would make them even more mad because, you know, they're playing very serious business by turning a first-person shooter into an adventure game where the only interaction is use gun on man.
Yeah, it's a point-and-click adventure at that point.
Yeah.
I love when the flag blocks my aim.
It's kind of funny because like I don't really like I'm okay. I'm like decent at sniper. Like my biggest problem is I overthink my aim. If like it's gonna be really funny me saying that because when we did the Dishonored 2 Let's Play, you're gonna see like more than one moment where I just sort of I'm walking along, see somebody just turn and crossbow them from like halfway across the thing and just kill them, and then keep walking. Like just not even like just a snap decision. I just go okay, bang, he's dead.
I actually had a Clockwork Soldier ambush me in Clockwork Mansion, and I got that one's on tape. That one's on tape because it was one of my rare moments of lucidity. So I managed to not only take care of the Clockwork Soldier without too much trouble, I also managed to keep him from harming my package, as it were. That's not supposed.
He got
that's
you
not
while
supposed to be
okay,
dirty.
yeah.
But
Yes,
you
Blimlin,
know,
we are actually Blimlin. We're recording 4 playthroughs of Dishonored 2. We're doing a high chaos and low chaos variation for both Corvo and Emily.
Robokai and I will be reprising our roles from Dishonored 1. So he's going to be doing the carefree murder hobo, and I'm going to be the jacked up rodent trying to do clean hands.
Murder hobo.
We also have 2 other folks that will be joining us, and they'll be surprises. I'm pretty sure nobody will have heard of them, but we know them really well, and we know that they work with us well, so we're really excited.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, everyone will get to see me reprise my role as the incredible Corvo, man who eats everything not nailed down and kills everybody.
Okay, time to hunt the grass.
Orv will not be joining us. He didn't get grabbed by Dishonored 2 the same way he got grabbed by Dishonored 1, which is perfectly fine. What I will say is that the two people we have joining Emily will rather appropriately be two of the most awesome female Let's Players we've ever run into. It will start being uploaded shortly after we finish commentating. The thing that I'm insisting upon before we start is that we have all of our recording done, simply because it took us so long to do Dishonored 1, and I'm just hedging against that sort of thing happening again.
Yeah, we had a bit of a problem with Dishonored 1 where a lot of there was a
doing
lot of
this since
downtime
Majesty.
Yeah, we did it with Majesty as well. I mean,
What were you complaining about with Dishonored then, for a second? Because I was killing a guy.
Oh yeah, no, it took us so long to do Dishonored because there would be situations where we wouldn't have a whole lot of content set up. And
$20 is a great price for Dishonored too. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, no, $20 is a steal for Dishonored 2. I mean, it's a single player game, and how many hours have I sunk into it already? 61. 61.
Yeah, I've got 48, 49, 50. I've got 50
really low
hours.
Yeah,
For a single player game, that's actually a lot.
No, I'm just telling it like with you playing it. I have 81. Haha. Remember that Speed Racer cartoon, or everyone, or that kid, or whatever it was, just kept having his line with haha haha.
I was playing Friday the 13th earlier today, and somebody was playing the Speed Racer theme song while he was driving the car. So it was.
Did you let them go just based on that?
I wasn't Jason, but Jason tried to stop us, and he bitched us out after the game for playing, and he was just like, "Well, it's bad sportsmanship." And I'm just like, "You are."
Hold on, we're reading. Robokai.
Wow, I didn't realize Camp Bristol was put around a fucking saltwater lake.
Right? Didn't realize he was in Utah.
Having fun is so dishonorable in the highly honorable game where I play a psychopath murdering children. Oh dear, this guy fucking pointy-eyed.
Robokai, do you remember this guy?
It looks like he's wearing really bad mascara.
I don't know what that is.
It's eye makeup.
These are the bad guys from VC2.
Oh.
It's the villains.
Pretty sure there's a lot of regulations against family members serving together like this.
I love how
VC3
tries so hard to make everything in VC2 not seem as bad by placing them in the game world and giving them like history.
Take good care of yourself, Blimlin.
No, there's no regulations because their family is one of the oldest in the country.
Sure, why not?
Robokai, what was that you're saying? Like we use the regulations to pave roads that we drive our tanks on?
That's the treaty. The treaty is what we use to...
Yes. They're all the same, really.
And her eyes are fucked up. I mean, it kind of looks like she's squinting or trying to pass a kidney stone or something.
She's trying to deal with her dumb shit of a brother who's like, "Oh, combat is an honor, and I don't need help from the name. Listen, I've got to put my rest of my makeup up so I can do my kabuki performance on top of the tank.
Kabuki.
I'm an idiot." I would look constipated if I had to deal with a guy like that every day too.
I mean,
also the revelation that I was related to him would probably just be like, I would be like putting my mouth.
The slowly dawning horror of your entire life.
It's like, I have to be second banana to this fucking toolbox. I'm out.
Slowly dawning horror of your entire life, I'm sure.
Don't forget, Riela had that run-in with the science lady.
Yes. Yeah, and she's still got the shield and the stick.
これじゃまるで以前の
The stick in the stone.
見慣れない軍服ですね。この部隊に何か用が？
She's like, I know everyone will be okay with it. Well,
So
actually,
this guy-
no, I'm pretty sure,
This-
pretty sure Imka would punch you in the
私
bum
は
really
野営
hard.
準備の手伝い
おや？その髪留めは
This guy is Hubert Brixham. He's from VC2. He's the teacher of the main character's class.
私はユベール・ブリクサムと言います。あなた
Is
は
he
もしや
physically incapable of
リエ
opening
ラ・
his
マルセリ
eyes?
スさんではありませんか？
No, but in VC2 they like the thing like he never opened his eyes because they said, well, he's a sniper, and he sustained an injury at Magyar, so he could not be a sniper anymore. So he just took up the teaching job
少
because
し
they offered
興
him.
味がありましてね。死神と呼ばれるあなたに。
違います。私は死神なんかじゃありま
待ってください。
Well, I mean, aristocrat siblings does mean incest if,
それに
you
して
know,
も彼女。
world.
Hey, we already met a guy
Borgia
named
doesn't
Borgia
anything
in this
from-
game. Hello,
Wait, met who?
Cardinal Borgia.
Named what? Oh yeah, we did. I'm sorry. The Skype cut out, so I missed what you said.
Clammy Raven pulls out, of course.
Clammy Ray. I really like that derogatory nickname you've given.
That was
given
it was
them. That's
Robokai who came up with that.
pretty
not me.
funny.